Yeah, from the demand side, it's an absolutely wonderful year ahead of us. We have an order backlog never seen before, and especially looking at the US market, where we are with our brands, Freightliner and Western Star, one of the leading, really the leading manufacturer. We see an absolutely tremendous demand. Now comes a little bit the headwind, and this is the supply side. We are still heavily depending on the supply of semiconductors, and that harmed our business in the fourth quarter last year, and it seems it continues at least in the first and second quarter of this year. However, we are looking forward to a strong 2022.
How long will it take you to get through that record backlog?
For us, as long as it takes. I mean, a record backlog is always something nice. For me, I mean, we have two things. If I look at the regular economy without counting in the war in the Ukraine, I would say it will certainly help us far into 2023, because there's so much pent-up demand, both in Europe as in North America, that until the semiconductor situation is normalized, we will have that strong situation far into 2023. The big uncertainty is certainly how the war plays out. At the moment, our base assumption is that it does not have any impact in the general economy in Europe and North America, and we have no signs that there is an impact.
In terms of your business in Russia, I know that shortly after the war began, you decided to suspend your business in Russia. How are you thinking about that business longer term? Would you consider a complete exit of your Russian operations?
That is, it's far too early to tell. I mean, it far depends how the situation in Ukraine gets resolved and what type of country Russia is after that solution of the Ukrainian situation. So we have to evaluate it month by month, quarter by quarter, and I hope we have very fast peace in the Ukraine, because it's incredible what those people have to suffer.
And could you just give us a sense of your exposure to Russia, how big this is relative to your overall business?
I mean, we have two or three parts of exposure. The first is our direct exposure with our shareholding in the company we do together with our partner in Russia, and we are completely writing that exposure, those assets, down to zero in the first quarter, which will be about 210 million. We have, secondly, we sell about 5,000 to 7,000 trucks into that region, and a significant amount of parts going into the production of our partners, and we completely stopped that. So that will have an impact, but we are positive that we can balance off that impact, which is less than 1% of our sales in all other regions combined. So I hope we won't see an impact. It's what we call a headwind, but not a major concern. And then it's what the situation has on the general economy. And as I said, we at the moment base our assumption that the general economy is not harmed by the war.